Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
I like that phrase. I have no idea what it means, but I like it.
Yeah, hold on. Give me that one more time. A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime. Because, it's saying, like, no matter how much you dress up a shepherd, he still smells like lamb.
Smells like shit, yeah. That's fun.
I like that line.
I like that.
That's a good fucking line. Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
I love how we were like, that's a good line.
Because does that mean you have a rebuttal?
That's a good line.
Yeah.
Like they knew that they just wrote a good ass line, and they're like, people are gonna be like, that's a good ass line, and he's gonna be like, he's gonna say that, and then, do you have a rebuttal? Oh, that's a good line.
Yeah.
But are you sure you're sure? If I showed you how serious I am, the world might be destroyed, you know. You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status. However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
Hajime, I love how Hajime's facial expression is just like, what the fuck, dude?
Skadoosh.
What the fuck, dude? What the fuck is he doing?
Okay. I'm assuming.
You're saying the blood of the book is belong to Hiyoko. Ha! Impossible. You gotta cut the things, otherwise you're gonna get killed. Try to remember the crime scene.
Oh, it's this one.
Yeah. It's different blood that was never there.
I was using the other one, and I was wondering why it wasn't cutting.
I think that was the one you were supposed to break, though.
What? Oh, fuck! You have to hold Y to use the truth book. God damn it. God damn it. I keep forgetting how to play this game. That's the thing about having, like, the breaks and having the really complicated, This is a cum?
It's a counter.
No, the green.
It's a counter.
Ooh. That's not it. It's so weird hearing his actual voice. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
Don't say such foolish things. You have no proof of that at all.
Yes, I do. If you look closely at the floor we're standing on right now, which is not the same.
Well, and this was, I think I've talked about this before, this was something, because I wanted to write a screenplay for Danganronpa at some point, just because I thought it'd be interesting, and this was one of the things I had to deal with, was how to do this in a way that makes sense. Like, how to do this in the universe that makes sense.
Uh-huh.
And it was something I still struggled with, and I figured out a couple of different ways to do it. One was to use weird metaphor land where all the lights go weird colors and the people step into the scene and go, here's this, like, this is what, like this.
Oh, like everything kind of freezes and there's, like, different colors and shit, and then they're walking through it, like, look at the crime scene around us.
Yeah,
okay.
That was my main way I figured out how to do it. And then the other way was to have pictures, if it was just a small thing like this, to have a picture on their tablets, essentially.
I took this photo. Well, we have cameras this whole time.
Yeah.
If you look closely, there's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
When the killer tried to hide Hiyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped the blood off the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right? Right? Even if they're able to hide Hiyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Hiyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding. Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating, so I don't think they have to go that far. Aside from Mikan, none of us were aware of that fact, so the killer probably did not know it either.
Maybe the heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Mikan's autopsy.
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater.
If the time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file, just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yep, since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right? Then it's decided. Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now. Fine then. But regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
There isn't. You're right, Gundam.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
No.
No.
Shut up.
I fucked your mother.
Shut up, Soda. Wait, you also fucked his mother? Are you cheating on me?
No, you also fucked his mother? I also fucked his mother.
I also fucked his mother. Why'd everyone fuck my mother? I fucked his mother.
Dude, your mother's hot.
We don't even know your mother, but I fucked her.
Now then, let us resume our debate.
No, I want to talk about this.
Wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
Huh? Again? Didn't something like this happen last time, too?
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do? Huh? Suicide?
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is. Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself.
Aw, Monokuma.
Oh, Monokuma.
Monokuma.
Oh, you sweet baboo, you.
You should listen to him.
No. Unfortunately, that means there's no Blacken to punish. But I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
Why me? Nagito, what do you mean if the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hyoko and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right? No, because then she wouldn't have been able to uncover the body
Ding,
afterward.
ding, ding, ding.
That's totally impossible. Then she never would have killed her to begin with.
She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
But if Ibuki is the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right? After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hiyoko's body soon after means the killer had to be alive at the time.
Then she was alive. When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead. If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and messed up the crime scene. And then she killed herself.
Then she murdered herself.
She hanged herself, remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
And if she was going to fake her own death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
I see. So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad that someone murdered them. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
What the heck?
There's still one more issue on my mind. If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, then just what was that video Hajime saw?
And that's the question of the day, isn't it?
Huh? According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right? Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
I don't know anything about that.
Don't say it all proud.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something. So maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was.
So, an alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi. You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Wow.
Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
Then the video Hajime saw was actually live.
What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it in the hospital right before Monokuma's morning announcement. And I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's morning announcement. So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Then we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time.
Now then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence. Doobada 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 doobada. That's not even the right song.
Okay, so Mikan's account was that the bodies were too warm and that she was with us.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
I'm assuming it's...
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room. I think everyone at the motel was doing that. So everyone who stayed at that motel doesn't have an alibi. What about you guys? I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then...
No, that's wrong! You idiot!
Idiots!
Hold on, not all of us are missing an alibi. In fact, Mikan and I both have alibis.
You two have alibis?
Up until I saw that hanging video, Mikan and I were actually, together doing nothing.
We even woke up together that morning.
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime. Bitch. Get away
I know.
from my boy.
She's like, what the fuck?
Too much info.
It's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagito's condition had improved.
And we went to the hospital together afterwards, so we were together up until right before the announcement.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
That's the case. The killer must be someone else.
It's better if we think about it like that. The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
Okay, so Mikan is kind of cleared with that alibi then. Okay. I didn't know if they were gonna pull like a, hold on, wait, but I was asleep, so I don't know if you were with me the whole time, that type of thing. So I had a mental preparation in case that was the case.
So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
But committing an imitation murder, is that really all it was? Huh? Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process. Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie? Movie? For some reason I read that as move. And then I was like, oh, there's an I there. Movie? Are you saying there was another reason? I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much, but that's how I feel. I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence. The killer had a different reason. If that's the case, are we still in the killer's trap? Inside a trap set by one of us? If so, then whose? And what kind of trap is it? Mine. Oh,
This trial's a little bit shorter than the others, yeah.
we've suspended. We're suspended.
Why, hello there, mon ami. The moss balls sure look tasty today.
Stop it! Don't characterize me as someone who lives off moss balls!
And here's some chance time.
What? What's that?
Now then, mon ami's appeal time starts now.
Huh? Appeal time?
Your kind-hearted big brother is gonna give you the chance to reclaim your honor. Good luck! Show those jerks who treat you like a red-headed stepchild who's boss!
That's 99% your fault!
While you were whining, your time's already running out, so please make your appeal simple. About 30,000 words or so.
That's too long! It'll just be a boring appeal!
Come on, if your appeal's successful, there might be merchandise opportunities heading your way.
Then... I'm Usami, magical miracle girl Usami. I'm an itty-bitty girl who's sweet like milk.
Jeez, I thought a certain robot's little sister was supposed to be the best. What a disappointment!
Who are you talking about? I have no clue whatsoever.
Okay.
Okay.
No. I don't want to save.
Resume.
to me. Once again, I've been put in an unreasonable situation. Seriously, he's like the king of unreasonableness. Why did it turn out like this?
I thought you were gonna forget.
We were supposed to have a fun, friendly school trip, but it turned out all bloody instead. No, this definitely cannot be allowed. That's why I want you to remember this. Everyone, do your very best. Don't lose to yourself, and don't forget to say frequently.
Oh.
The reason the killer did an imitation murder is a reason other than falsifying the murder sequence. Does something like that even exist? Oh, I had my earbud in.
Wow.
Oopsies.
Wow.
Huh. It suddenly got quiet in here. Did I confuse you? If so, I wish I could die from self-loathing.
Man, this again.
If that's the case, it would have been just dandy if they had gone ahead and killed me too.
What a
If that
jackass.
happened, the imitation would have been perfect. So why didn't they do that?
Well, it's against the rules to kill 3 people in the first place.
That rule's too harsh. I couldn't get killed because of that.
Seriously, just shut up already. Shut up forever.
Okay.
Not gonna talk for the rest of the
Yeah.
trial.
But I'm thinking about it again, and he's totally right. It feels incomplete.
Because they didn't kill 3 people like the movie did? That's only because of Monokuma's rule.
It's not just that. Come on, try to remember the content of the movie. About the lion that got killed second.
That's the one Hyoko's body was imitating, right?
Even though we're calling it an imitation, the lion was actually pinned by arrows, right?
Well, maybe they didn't have arrows.
But Hyoko's body was suspended by common household duct tape. Maybe they just used a common substitute because it was too difficult to imitate the arrows. Well, that's probably it, but that attitude is what makes this feel incomplete. If falsifying the murder sequence was the killer's plan from the very beginning, they should have taken steps to properly imitate it.
But if we never realized it was a half-assed imitation, their entire plan would have been completely useless.
What are you trying to say? Are you saying the imitation wasn't planned?
I'm saying Hyoko's murder wasn't.
What?
Hyoko's murder wasn't planned?
I understand the imitation wasn't enough, but aren't you making a bunch of assumptions? It's not just the poor imitation. There are also other strange details.
Strange details? Like what?
Like, for example, why did Hyoko go to the music venue?
Why did Hyoko go to the music venue? So you're saying the truth behind Hyoko's murder is hidden?
I have no freaking clue what you're trying to say.
However, this is getting quite interesting. My 4 dark devas of destruction are getting riled up.
Why Hyoko went to the music venue? That's the key to all this. I need to find that out no matter the cost.
Don't you remember, Hajime? You just talked to Sonia about this
We
20 minutes ago.
literally right before the trial started.
I mean, I guess it could have been a different order for other people, but, you know. Still, same thing. An hour ago at most.
Why did Hyoko go to the music venue? There's no way we know that!
Maybe the killer summoned her. If that's not it, maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No, maybe she went off on her own free will.
I know I'm supposed to agree.
Or she was guided by the will of causality.
I just don't know what key or what, because the motel room key was what's hidden in her thing. That's not it. 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 That's not it.
Okay, well, it's gotta be the motel room key, then which one of these is it? Because she wasn't abducted, right?
No, she went of her own free will because
Yeah.
Sonia noticed that. But like, I don't know how that would agree with that statement.
Well, you'll see in a second.
I consent.
Fuck me, Sonia!
I consent to you speaking. I just... Because Sonya's,
Testimony could have
testimony
been used.
could have been used. Why? I don't know why the key specifically.
I think it's because she took the key. Because she had the key on her person. So clearly she didn't get abducted. Because she locked her room behind her.
I mean, yeah, but also if she would, like, the first one was, like, did the killer summon her there? It's like, if she got, like, a note or something, she could have brought the key.
I don't know, see.
The key just means that she left her room.
I don't know, see what they say.
I don't know. It's just as Sonia said, she went to the music venue of her own free will.
So, exactly as I assumed.
If no one called for her, why'd she go?
Hiyoko locked herself in her room because she was being overly cautious of the despair disease, you know? I don't think a person like that would leave their room just because someone called for them.
There's no way she got abducted?
Hyoko locked the room she was staying in before she went out. If she was forcibly taken from her room, there's no way she would have had time to lock it.
The killer could have locked her door, right? Just to hide the fact Hiyoko got abducted.
I guess we were trying to disprove that she was abducted by saying she had the key on her.
Mm-hmm.
But they could have worded that a little differently.
Then they couldn't have hidden her room key that deep in her kimono. They would have put it somewhere more obvious. Otherwise, there's no point in messing with the crime scene if nobody finds the key. At the time, you were the only one who actually took out the key, right? Then something like that.
Are you saying my gut was wrong?
Yes.
This could be my first and last highlight of the day. Why would you just let me shine already?
No, that's not the issue.
Shut up! Enough with your fancy talk! I'll shut you up right now!
Okay, gotta remember how to do this.
There, now you'll want Sonia's account. Hiyoko was locked inside her room, right? She definitely got abducted or something. The killer forced their way into Hiyoko's room and forcefully abducted her. That girl is so small and weak looking, and that's why the killer targeted her.
Duel.
Hey.
What? What do you mean?
Go down, go down, go down. Advance.
But Hiyoko's room was locked. The key was deep inside her kimono, remember? It's more likely that Hiyoko locked the door herself. The killer was the one... I can't read that one.
I've given up on trying to follow along with these ones. Because you can't really read that shit. I pressed Y. And it didn't work. No. No. No, no, no. No.
There you go. Or not. I'm wrong.
Wait.
Oh, you're right. It's gotta find a contradiction, not. There you go. That's a cut, not come.
Come.
No.
The reason Hiyoko's kimono was messed up was because she wasn't able to properly wear it.
Wear her kimono?
Yeah, it's also the reason why she decided to go out on her own.
Hiyoko seemed to be really struggling with wearing her kimono. I believe that was one of the reasons she locked herself in her room.
See, they could have totally done this backwards. You could have had Sonia's thing as the thing, and then Akane could have been like, well, you don't know that she wasn't captured, and then we could have fought her and said she had the key,
Fair
so she
enough.
locked the door.
Fair
and then they
enough.
would have been like, oh, fuck.
Fair enough.
But I mean, it's fine. It worked out, I guess, in the end. But it was weird to have it backwards like
no,
that.
I agree.
Okay.
That is why I informed her. I told her that there was a full-length mirror at the music venue, and I suggested that she use it.
Then the reason her kimono was messed up wasn't because she fought the killer.
Yeah, she went to the venue on her own just to fix her messed up kimono.
I get it. I lost. Boil me, burn me, take off my clothes. Do whatever you want to me.
Hajime, now's your chance!
Oh, God.
Make her admit defeat! Or better yet, make her do a little something something!
Soda, you are a disgusting individual.
Hell no.
Then the killer probably had assumed that Hiyoko would go, or probably couldn't have assumed that Hiyoko would go to the music venue.
Though that may not apply to Sonia, since she provided Hiyoko with that information.
Though I knew she would go there, there is no way I could have predicted when she would arrive.
I mean, but you would have known that she was going to arrive.
But unless you wait there for a long time.
Yeah. Well, no one else is going to be there.
Fair enough.
Especially in the morning when everyone's asleep.
But why would you assume Hiyoko would go there the morning when everyone's asleep?
So then no one saw her.
I guess. Sure.
Well, you go at night, because she could have gone at night. And then since she didn't go at night, she would have gone in the morning.
I guess. You think you're very clever, don't you?
No, not really.
Don't go doubting Miss Sonia, you cretin! I'll put you and your hamsters 6 feet under!
Kazuichi, it seems you have quite the fashion sense. Do you want me to incinerate your clothes? Perhaps I should do that while you're wearing them.
Gundam, please stop, for his sake!
Huh? What do you mean for my sake?
Of course. I've already overlooked no less than 10 opportunities to kill you.
Anyway, even if the killer couldn't predict it, why did Hiyoko get killed in the music venue?
Also, I love how Sonia is just the... Oh, what's her name from Persona 4? The little girl. Just the... No fighting!
No fighting!
Yeah.
I love it.
The only thing I can think of is, it was an unfortunate coincidence.
Coincidence?
When she,
I knew it was
the
the
gray
gray
guy
man!
all along.
I fucking knew it!
when she went to the venue by herself, she was probably just unlucky and walked in on the crime scene.
She was killed so there wouldn't be any loose ends? I saw the name and for some reason I just couldn't think about who it was.
It probably happened when the killer was preparing to kill Ibuki. The killer most likely had already placed the hemp bag over her head, and without hesitation...
Shoulder.
Shoulder!
Killed Hiyoko.
Because the killer used that coincidence for their crime, it made this case even trickier.
That's the reason they imitated the movie to falsify the murder sequence.
Which means that low-down scoundrel didn't plan on committing imitation murders at first.
Then what was the killer actually planning to do? They've been cunning this far. There's no way they'd kill Ibuki without a plan. Do you have any ideas?
Damn, we don't know the most important part.
The killer's plan from the beginning. Pretty sure we're very, very close.
He can't talk.
Hey, Nagito, any ideas?
He can't talk. Oh, there, his throat is wetted. He can now talk.
I have wetted my whistle.
Hey, how long are you gonna stay quiet?
Oh, am I allowed to speak? Oh, I'm so happy I'm getting goosebumps. Everyone actually needs help from a scum like me.
From a scum like me?
From ass cum like me.
No!
Your ass cum?
Oh, God.
I saw you on that forum once.
Ah. Ah.
It was his username
Ah.
in the video. What do you think? I was thinking about it while I had my mouth shut, but I'm finally able to come to a conclusion. Ibuki definitely didn't commit suicide.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I thought there might be a possibility that she faked her death and tampered with the crime scene. Okay. But now I remember, there was blood on Ibuki's slippers. Okay. So, if she faked her death and walked around the music venue tampering with the crime scene, there'd be bloody footprints left in various places throughout the venue. So that's why I think there's no way she faked her death. There's no way Ibuki committed suicide. You know, we already finished talking about that a while ago. Huh? Really? That's annoying. I guess I should just awkwardly laugh about it then.
Are you freaking kidding me? There's no limit to how useless you can be.
Nagito, lead us to this class trial. Nagito, solve it for us. Nagito, God, you're so useless, Nagito.
Nagito, solve the trial for us. Nagito, solve it.
Okay, I think that people died.
Nagito, you should have killed yourself.
I'm trying.
Oh no, I want one of you to do it. And then step on me afterward.
Please.
Actually, make it before a dying wish from scum.
Use me as your stepladder of hope.
Use my cock as the bottom rung of my stepladder.
Oh, God.
No, wait a minute. If Ibuki had blood on her feet, there'd be footprints all over the place if she kept walking around? That's strange. That's very strange.
Strange? Well, what's strange?
I see. It's not something we finished talking about. Those footprints. There's still an important clue left that we completely overlooked. Just as Nagito said, if she had blood on her feet, she would have left footprints. Then why weren't there any footprints on the... Because they clean it.
They're clean.
Whoa, stop. Gotta use the down things. Well, I mean, it could be, but we've already kind of used that point. So let me see if there's anything else.
Here's a hint. You already passed it.
Here's a hint. You already passed it. She says on the bottom one. Yeah, no fucking shit. I mean, it could just be the floor wipe again. I mean, they wiped it up.
Yeah.
Let me try that. I don't think it's right. No.
It may be disrespectful of me to say this, but there's no problem with that, right?
Oh, I made a fool of myself. All right, yeah, no, I figured that was wrong, but like, it's gotten to the point where sometimes I'll just do it anyway, just to see if it's right. Because sometimes the things that I think are too obvious, sometimes aren't. Even, I mean, they usually are, but sometimes they're not. Okay, there's no footprints on the floor because...
Well, hold on. Display the problem. He never says what there weren't any footprints on.
Oh, I read it wrong.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah, I read it wrong. That was just me being dumb.
A little bit.
I did it! If Ibuki used the stepladder to hang herself, it's strange there weren't any footprints on it.
Huh? There weren't?
Yeah, the stepladder was completely clean, except that's not true. There's blood on it.
Well, on the side, though, not on the
But it says the stepladder was clean, no footprints or blessings
yeah,
at all.
Uh-huh.
Objection!
Hajime?
You notice such a small detail. How amazing! This is truly the talent of a chosen ultimate. What are you talking about? You were obviously leading us to this. That's why you brought up the suicide topic after all this time. Nagito Komaeda, you're definitely someone I shouldn't underestimate.
I like Pringles.
What's your favorite potato chip flavor? Mine's potato.
But didn't you say you saw that video of Ibuki climbing the stepladder? Then I think there's no doubt that she really did climb it.
Wait, we went to Electric Avenue and they had Photoshop on the laptop. He Photoshopped it. Oh no.
Unless there was something funny about that video.
It was pretty funny to watch her die.
I see. So there was some kind of trick arranged in that video,
But that's something only Hajime would know, since he's the only one who saw that video.
So just as I thought, it comes down to that. The mystery surrounding this incident is contained in that video, and whether or not we can reach that hidden truth is all up to Nagito Komai.
Hajime, I leave it in Nagito's hands. You're a fucking fuck up. As long as I leave this to you, I won't tell you to do your best, but oh well, you should get started anyway.
Yeah, I'll definitely try. If there was some hidden clue in that video, I should have seen something strange as I watched it. I'm the only one who can clear that up. I'm the only one who actually saw that video. So I'm the only one who can do it. The hanging video that I saw, based on everything we know from the debates thus far, I should be able to figure out what's strange. Spot selection. Select the suspicious spot.
The ladder's broken.
Bad ladder. Oh.
Well, it's because you're supposed to do the blood stain, because there's no blood stain on it.
I know. Bad ladder. Like, oh.
I'm so glad that worked out.
It's a bad ladder. Oh, shit.
It's a bad ladder. And then he says, that's a bad ladder.
That's right, I remember now. That was a really shitty ladder. It was like a dollar store ladder.
Jeez, it was shitty. He was about to
The
collapse
killer
in any
spared
second.
no expense, clearly. There was definitely something strange about that video.
Can you explain it to us?
What's strange is that stepladder I mentioned earlier. It's true that the steps of the stepladder weren't dirty, but on one side there was a bloodstain, right on the left side of the stepladder. However, that contradicts the video I saw at the hospital, because I was paying very close attention to see if there was a bloodstain on the stepladder.
Yeah.
Like, what if he's just like, oh, maybe I was too busy focused on Ibuki killing herself and I forgot that there was a bloodstain.
I don't know. He's got photographic memory. Leave him alone.
This is just a group of like high school students that all have a photographic memory. That's how they're able to say
Yeah.
like, guys, if you look at the thing, they match, and it's like, oh yeah, you showed me that for a split second.
It's a requirement.
There it is.
It's a requirement of being an ultimate.
All the students are fax machines.
Yeah.
Guys, I just faxed you a picture. It should come out of your ass any second.
Ew.
Ah. That is truly strange. If the video showed the moment of Ibuki's death, then Hiyoko should have already been dead at that point. Even so, the fact that the stepladder had blood on it at the actual crime scene. But the stepladder in the video was completely bloodless. And there's no way the video was recorded in advance. If that's the case, the only thing I can think of is...
It's possible those two stepladders were completely different.
Wait, are you saying there were two stepladders?
But where would you find another stepladder? There was only one stepladder in the music venue.
Then one of the stepladders was somewhere other than the music venue. What do you mean?
You're suggesting that the stepladder in the video isn't the only thing that's different, am I right? That's amazing, Chiaki. All that gaming is giving you incredible deduction skills.
I'm a pro gamer.
Is it okay to say that?
No, shut up. What are you two talking about?
The stepladder isn't the only thing that's different, huh? Maybe the environment? Ooh.
Is that something you guessed beforehand, or did you
Yeah.
just think of it now? Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Ah, damn.
That's because remember when we were recording last, I was like, oh, yeah, they hung the black curtain. Why didn't they just close the curtain? And you were like, I don't know. And I was like, because they wanted to disguise what area it was in.
Ah, you
Yeah.
dumb slut. I thought I got you on
I figured that one out.
Ah.
I figured that one out. Chiaki said the stepladder was a different place, but if that's the case, that's different. But if that's the case, the different...
Are you okay? Nice cover. Nice cover.
Covered. Visual gags 101. If that's the case, the thing that's different between that video and the actual scene of the crime is that thing. Is that thing the place where the killer did something?